Hello and welcome to Orbital Vaping Headquarters. I'm Juicy Jones. This is SkeletorVapes.
Hello, everybody. What the
We,
fuck is going on, squad?
hey, and we have a live review for you of PANK by Michael Auhcke e-liquids.
That's right. Here
There it
it is.
is. That's his bottle. There's mine. We're really excited about to bring you this review, and mine's not focusing. We're still working on the format here, so we accept all input. So let us know how the quality is. Let us know how it looks and everything as we go. We're going to do this review, and then we're going to stay on and chat with you guys afterwards in the chat a little bit. And so
Yeah,
we're going to try to keep this relatively short, and we'll tell you everything we know about this, and then we're going to vape it and talk about it and rate it, and then we'll chat.
that's
So,
right.
hi, Skeletor.
Well, hello there. How the hell are you, Juicy? Long time no see, brother.
I know it's been minutes. I'm
Yeah,
super great.
exactly.
I was going to tell everybody in the audience that we apologize that we actually did this entire thing and didn't realize that it wasn't broadcasting.
Yeah,
So this is actually the second time we've done this in a row. We started at 10 and then laughed. We were done at 10:30.
yeah.
And so you have to forgive me that I'm not going to vape a ton during this review because I vaped a ton during the first one and got really sick. And so I'm not feeling super great right now. I love this liquid. But anyway, so PANK by Michael Auhcke liquid. What is it?
Yes.
Where do we get it? What is it? What does it cost? What is this
All
stuff?
righty. So this is a story time with Skeletor dictates. It is a pink starburst with a sweet, creamy exhale. Now, when I spoke to Edward Seal from Vapor King Fog Juice, I asked him. I said, how would you like for me to do story time with Skeletor? How do you want me to tell the profile? And he said, and I quote, "It's the best motherfucking pink starburst on the market, period." And that's how
Haha.
he described it to me. So, I was like, okay, cool. But the website dictates that it is a pink starburst with a sweet, creamy exhale. And we can find it on vaporkingfogjuice.com at $22 per 30 mil. It's, 70/30?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's really, kind of spoiler, it's really good.
Yeah. We dig it.
Yeah.
So 70/30, 22 bucks for a 30 mil, and they sell 120s for 75. And it's 70/30. Those are the basic stats of it. VaporKingFogJuice.com. They also have an Instagram /Michael Auhcke e-liquids, and both of those
Right.
links and their Facebook link, all three of those links, sorry, are in the description right now. We put them in there.
Right.
Yeah. So this is a pink starburst with a sweet, creamy exhale. And so the first question we always ask is, does it taste like it says it tastes? And what do you think, Skeletor?
I think it's spot on when it comes to going with the profile. The initial taste at a higher heat to me is just pure, hits me right here. It gives me the same feels as unwrapping a pink starburst and eating that motherfucker. And when I first vaped on this stuff, and with the build that I've got going on, I got a dual Clapton coil build in here. It's really insane because the Superior mod is a dual 20 or a 26650 series box. So the flavor I'm getting off this massive Clapton build is just completely pure. Like it's spot on. It's really good. I have no what's the word I'm thinking of? I have nothing bad to say about how it matches the description
Yeah,
at
me
all
too.
whatsoever.
Me too. When you vape this, you get an amazing strawberry flavor coming in. It's super smooth and creamy going out, and it has a little bit of a tartness
Mhm.
going out. And I think it just tastes exactly what it says it does, and it's really pleasant. I'm a big Starburst fan,
Yeah, me
and
too.
yeah, and this is just a really delicious vape. And they also get. We should move on to the next thing. Here at OVHQ and Skeletor too, we always talk about whether it matches the flavor that's written on the description, what the flavor's like, do we like it, how's the mouth feel, and all that, how the cloud production is, and then I just tack on a tilt bias rating that's just a rating that I get to throw a few points in there, extra points.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. A little curve.
Yeah, exactly. And so flavor, we both like that. That's good, and we'll give you actual numbers at the end. And I'm sorry, that was matching. It matches the flavor. It tastes like a pink strawberry starburst with a creamy exhale.
It does. It does.
Uh, as far as actual flavor goes, I like this. It has a really good mouth feel. It has really good cloud production, even in the tank. I've got it at either 60 up to 120 watts on the DNA 200 here
Right.
in my Moonshot by Suprema tank, and this thing is great. I'm running a .25 Alien Clapton dual coil 5 wrap in this Lush, and that's a good vape that's medium hot. And I'm
Right.
running the exact same build actually in the Supremo Moonshot, and it runs pretty warm as well, and so which is my preference. And you ran this on your Crown too, didn't you?
Oh yeah, yeah. I've run this quite a bit on a lot of different devices and RDAs and tanks and stuff like that because I've had it for a little while. I've got I've got a good relationship with Michael Auhcke Liquids. We've actually worked together hand in hand for a very long time. They were one of the first companies to give me my shot at doing a full line review
Nice.
when they had the Vapor King Fog Juice. Yeah, so it was I've had this for a little while. So when I vaped it in the Crown. On temperature control, it's beautiful. Same thing with the TFV4 on power. Stainless steel tastes great. Every build that I've tossed this on has been really good. I have noticed that it does change flavors with heat, though. The lower heat, I actually get like a watermelon bubblicious flavor, which you and I, when we had our first take on this, you had said that maybe that's definitely where they get their tartness from at the very end.
Yeah, that's
as well as when it hits me in my mandible right here, my salivary glands just pop. I think I think there's a watermelon in there that's making it do that, and that's what I taste at a lower heat. I get a lot of watermelon.
Yeah, it's got a slight tart exhale type of thing. It's good.
Just a little bit. But when I have it on a hotter build, I definitely get the right out the wrapper pink starburst, and it's just really good. The only thing that I've noticed is that when I was running it on a tank with a factory coil, it stuck. It does stick somewhat to RDAs and RTAs and RBAs. It will stick a little bit, but nothing like in the pre-built coil. If you were to toss this in a tank, you would either have to vape through the whole bottle and then change your coil, or if you wanted to try a different juice, which is what I did because we go through so many juices on a regular schedule, that I ended up just having to take the coil out, cleaning up the tank, putting a new coil in, because it does stick to the pre-built coils. But that's the only con that I have with this juice is the fact that it's a coil slayer. It's a cotton slayer.
I didn't have too much of a problem with that myself, but that's the thing. Everybody ought to know that some, especially with the factory coils, because they're built with real short or real tight tolerances, real close together and stuff. Sometimes juices with artificial sweeteners will gunk them up a little bit. And my only con for this juice is that it has a little bit of artificial sweetener and it leaves a little bit of the film on my mouth, but it doesn't really bother me. It's just one of those things where if it needs it, this juice is so delicious, it needs it, so it's good. I've had plenty of juices that had that and it was disgusting, and this is not one of them. This is good stuff.
No, it's not. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally.
Yep.
So happy St. Patrick's Day, by the way, everybody.
Likewise. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
I got the Lush out in green, and so this thing has good flavor, and so we like it, and with very little con. In fact, the only serious con we really came up with is a slight sweetness, stickiness on your tongue, and then a little bit of coil gunkiness on your factory coils. On things like the Griffin and the Moonshot, it won't be a big deal, but yeah, factory coils, you might have a deal. It's 70-30, so it is the right consistency where it'll work well in any tank as far as actually vaping.
Yes, it will.
So that's good. And the next thing we talk about is the cloud production. The cloud production is very good. This is where I got sick last time. So I vaped like crazy. And too bad we didn't record that. So I vaped like crazy and I got sick afterwards. But it produces...
That's all right. I'll reduce and I'll give a couple of good horks.
Yeah, and so it definitely produces good clouds. And we talked at length about how we were happy about any juice that is 70-30 or has a lower ratio of PG to VG that tastes good and has good cloud production. And this is one of those ones. I would vape this on zero all day long to practice those.
It is one of those juices that is definitely produces well for a 70-30.
Yeah, and I just want to say real quick, thanks to everybody in chat who's here. Thanks for staying in chat for the previous one, but we screwed up and did this one. And make sure you subscribe and click on all of our social media and stuff up here. And also don't forget that the links to PANK and Michael Auhcke Liquid are down in the description. And so, see, he's doing clouds, and the thing produces good clouds. That's on his crazy temple. And, yeah, I crazed up my room like insane here before. So, my girlfriend was like, oh, my God. So it produces good clouds.
All right. Yeah, that definitely looks like better than a 70-30 production.
Yeah, so it's above average for what it is. That's really good, and so we love that. And also, so there's really not that much to talk about with clouds, except that I'll get sick if I do any vaping. But it produces very good clouds, and there's proof
That's
is that I vape too much. And the last thing would be tilt, and we can just talk about that. So now it's just chat time, and we'll give you the numbers. So on our 4-point scale of matching, the flavor, the clouds, and the tilt, on matching, I give this a 9 out of 10 because
I agree.
it tastes like what it says it tastes like. It isn't a real Starburst, but it is the description. And
That is
Skeletor,
correct. I give it a 9 as well. I'm sorry.
yeah.
The bubble finally hit me.
Ha 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 ha, that's awesome. So we love that. On flavor itself, the mouthfeel and how it tastes and everything, I gave it an 8.5, and I think that's good. What do you think,
Right, right.
Skeletor?
And I give it a 9 because it's by far, I've had like 5 or 6 different pink Starburst flavors over the course of my tenure here reviewing juices, and this is by far and away the most pure, the closest tasting to right out the wrapper pink Starburst. When Edward told me that it was the best motherfucking Starburst, pink Starburst on the market, period. He wasn't bullshitting to me, at least in my humble opinion.
Best MF and Starburst. I like
That's
that.
right. It is the best matching, and so on that I give it a 9. I do get the
Nice.
same feel that you do with the artificial sweetener on the lips, but I kind of dig it. And there's just some flavors that need it, and if this is one of those flavors that need it, well, I'm not going to change it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, killer. I
I
only
mean,
took a half a point off for that just because of the stickiness. Like right now, I feel it. But like I said, it's not a huge complaint. I like this juice. So, um, clouds. I give it an 8. It's killer. I don't think you're going to win a cloud comp, but you're definitely going to be happy.
right, right. And I actually have 2 numbers for this, just because of the fact that I'm giving it an extra boost for being a 70/30 and producing like it does. For a 70/30, my initial clouds and production is going to be an 8, 8.5. But because it's a 70/30 and it produces that much more, it's going to bump it up to a 9 for me. So,
My
so
God, he's
far,
bumping it
yeah,
up.
yeah. So, I really enjoy the production. I enjoy the lung feel. And when I was a cigarette smoker, that's what I enjoyed was that feeling, that lung feel. And it hits it, and I've noticed that with all of Michael Auhcke's juices is the fact that you get that lung fill. This is not any different at all whatsoever. So yeah,
Nice.
it gets a 9 total on production for
That's
me.
killer. She's asking if the flavor lingers in your mouth, and it does, but the flavor is the sweetness and the watermelony type of flavor. Oh, no, that's not true. It actually smells good too, and
It does.
it passes the nuck test.
Yeah, I was just about to say it passes the Nuck test. That's
Yeah.
true. And the Nuck test, for those of you who don't know, is a phrase that was coined by Big Lou East Coast Reviews. As a matter of fact, when I met up with him at VCCT 16 this past weekend, we were
Hmm.
talking about juices, and I had the opportunity to let him taste Brita and stuff like that. And then he goes, because every time I say I always taste it on the tongue, that's how I do. I just taste it on the tongue. And he goes, you need to call it nucking.
Yeah.
It's the Nuck test.
It's
Like,
good.
all right, dude, I'm down for that. I'll hashtag it
Yeah.
nucking.
Yeah, it's good. So this one's good on the neck. It tastes good.
Yep.
And so since we're just talking about the tilt and stuff, well, I like this juice. I would buy this juice again. There's the big question. Would you buy it again?
Oh, for sure. For sure. It's worth every penny.
Yeah, it's good. And so this is one of those ones that's actually good that you get. So that's a nice surprise. And it fits my flavor profile. I like
Yeah.
creamy vapes that vape warm.
And
And
that's the thing is this is not in my wheelhouse, and it's
mhm,
something I could all day vape.
yeah, I really like creamy, big mouth feel. I like lung hit like you do, and I like things that taste good warm.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah, most definitely. And even though it does everything physically that I look for in a juice, when I say it's not my flavor profile, I like a lot of desserts. I like a lot of strawberry desserts too. But this, I really never have been on the candy vapes. Like I did a review on the full line of Detroit Rock Candy, and that was an excellent line for people who like candy vapes. However, with me
right.
not digging on candy vapes, for me to be able to all day vape this, which Detroit Rock Candy had a pink starburst flavor, and this is by far and away, in my opinion, a lot better.
I agree with you entirely. To me, in fact, I don't even think of this as a candy flavor. I think of it as a strawberry flavor.
Right.
And so that's why it hits me perfectly, because they combine the creamy flavor that I demand all the time. I like milks and creams and yogurts. I don't love custards as much as
Right.
I like creams and milks. So this one hits it for me. And so I love it. In fact, I wasn't even thinking of it in terms of a candy flavor until you mentioned that. I just realized I had kind of an epiphany that, yeah, that's why I like it. It's because to me it tastes like strawberry cream, little tartness, and love it. And that happens to taste like a strawberry starburst, a pink starburst, which I
Yep.
like. So we like this. We recommend it. I give this one an 8 out of 10 on Tilt just because I like it. And have you got a numerical number you want to attach to that one, Skeletor?
It's going to be a 9 again, and that's
Okay.
for the pure and simple fact that I really like it, and the fact that it's not a wheelhouse vape for me, and it's something that I continually keep in the rotation. Whenever I go out to a shop, I've always got it on me. It's in the rotation, And when it comes to strawberry vapes, it's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Number two, only to Jim Squared.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
killer. In
I,
fact, I'm
I
going to revise my flavor rating up to 9 because as we talk about it, you're right. I had forgotten that this is a candy vape, and I usually hate candy vapes because they're so it's just offensive and just like
right.
dramatic and weird in my mouth. But that's killer. That is our result right there. We like this juice. On match we both gave it a 9. On flavor we
Hmm.
both gave it a 9. On clouds I gave it 8. He gave it 9. And on tilts, just because of our enthusiasm, how much we like it, I gave it an 8. He gave it a 9. So
That's right.
we don't add those together and average them because then it looks weird, like you're grading people at school, and it's not like that. They're each individual. And I would like to say that I recommend this juice. I would get it again. I think we
I
already
do
said
too,
that.
and I will. Oh yeah, most
I,
definitely. And
I want to
I
plug these
just
guys a little bit and just pass
exactly.
on a piece of information that they asked me to tell everybody that they are going to be at Vapor Slam 2 in Charlotte, North Carolina this weekend. And
They're
so
setting
go
up
see
right
them.
now.
And they are releasing a new flavor. The
That's
new
right.
flavor is the
Would you
monkey
like?
bread.
Yeah, you want me to give the description for that?
Absolutely. I want to hear
Shall we
that.
have Shall we have a quick story time? I think
Yeah.
we shall. So that quick story time is exactly what it says. It's monkey bread, but it's actually called monkey bread with raisins. Now, the ad they just came out with from the Michael Auhcke fan page, the Michael Auhcke juice page, is if you don't like the raisins, pick them out. And the reason why they say that is because when you vape the juice at a higher temperature than at 465 and above, there's no raisins. Anything above 465, there's raisins. I mean, these guys have such a handle on the flavor of this juice that they can, and it's subjective to whatever mod and RDA they're using, of course, and whatever type of build they have, but they have figured it out to where they can say, yeah, you don't like the flavor of raisins? Bump your temp up to about 475. Anything above 465, you'll be good, brother. You like the raisins? Okay, keep it above four or below 465. You'll get your raisin taste. And that's awesome. I think that is a great bit of marketing right there on their part to be able to figure out their, and this is research and development too, but to be able to figure out their juice at such a level that they can do that. And that releases tomorrow. That's
Can't
right,
wait to
at the
try it.
convention. Me either. I'm actually talking with Edward about getting us a couple bottles for another live review like we're doing with PANK right now.
Yeah, of course.
Hmm.
Love to try that. Are you kidding? It's great. So we like Pank, and we recommend you guys give it a shot if you're interested. And we put some links down there where you can get it. And you're going to start seeing the monkey bread with raisins juice here pretty soon. They release it tomorrow at the what's it called again? Vapor Slam 2, Charlotte, North
Vape
Carolina.
Slam or Vapor Slam, something like that. Yeah, yeah.
I
I got a picture
believe
from them this morning that they were en route.
it's either Vape Slam or Vapor Slam. I apologize. And we're super excited about this. And I was pleased to get this. This was kind of a surprise to me. I got it from Skeletor, and I tried it. And I am a big strawberry fan, and I was on a strawberry kick at the time. I think that's why you sent it to me.
Hmm.
And you were right. This is delicious stuff. This is up there with my Gem 2 and some other ones. It's good. It's got a very mild flavor. And it actually smells good, too. Like, we're sitting here vaping it, and it just smells good. It smells like
Yeah.
strawberries and a little bit of cream.
Hmm.
Yummy.
It's really good. It's really good. So yeah, I tell you what, everybody, thank you. I want to thank Edward Seal and Michael Auhcke Liquids for hooking us up with this juice for the purpose of this live review.
Yep, they did.
I actually, all I did, Juicy, was give Edward your address and he shipped it out. Yeah, I appreciate it, Edward, for real. Michael
Thank you.
Auhcke Liquids, #1. Go to VaporKingFogJuice.com if you want to try this out for sure. It's worth every single penny. And they have other flavors too. They have a line that's they have one that's a peach cobbler. They have orange Tic Tac, strawberries and cream, or a creamy strawberry. It's not the candy style like this. It's more of the bakery style. And then they have a strawberry cupcake, as well as I believe they have a flavor called Dexter, which is a breakfast vape.
Yes, I think I have a bottle of it sitting over there. It's not within reach.
Oh, do you? I haven't even tried it yet. I haven't
Well,
even had my hands on it, you lucky dog.
oh, maybe I don't then. I thought you sent it to me. If you didn't, then I don't.
Mm. No, he was the one that sent the package. I just gave him
Oh,
the
it's
address.
Distic is the one I have.
Ah, Distic. Yeah, that's the orange
Sorry.
Tic Tac.
Okay, sorry, I was confused.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're going to bring you reviews of those guys as we go, and they're just in the middle of a branding change, and so we're waiting for different labels.
That's
And
right.
so we're going to show you those guys, and we don't like every single juice, but this one's a good one too, and we're lucky to do 2 in a row here. Maybe we're accidentally doing them in the order that we like them. I don't know, but we're going to stop that. If you guys have feedback, we want to hear it. Make sure that you leave comments in the final video once it's posted. Come to the Facebook group and tell us what you think. It's Facebook groups/JuicyJones, or Twitter or Instagram, and WTF Vapors over on Facebook also, and SkeletorVapes on Instagram. And we want any kind of input you guys have about the broadcast and how we do this and the way we're doing it. And we're trying to improve the format, and we're bringing you more reviews. Sunday, I'm going to bring you a review of the Doctor's Order. Saturday, tomorrow morning, we have Vaping Dawn to Dusk, and that's going to be kind of fun. And no, today's Thursday, right?
Yeah, today's Thursday. You had it
Forgive
right
me.
Saturday, but then you thought it was Friday.
It's
So
not tomorrow, right? It's Saturday, and we have Vaping Dawn to Dusk. It's going to be great. And we just thank you guys. Your phone just turned, by the way. We just thank you guys.
I got a phone call coming.
We thank all you guys, and we appreciate you. And it's funny, Skeletor went sideways. And we're going to turn this off. Stay around and chat, and we're going to chat with you guys for a few minutes. And we're going to sign off and have a vape. Thank you guys so much.
All right, everybody, remember, visit us on Instagram. I'm at SkeletorVapes. That's at JuicyJonesHQ. And remember, kick cigarettes, vape on, stay cloudy. I'm doing this sideways. Peace out, everybody.
That's right. We love vapors. We love you guys.